Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to do long division. I like to use an acronym to help me remember the steps of long division. Does monkey smell completely bad? The letter D stands for divide. M stands for multiply. S stands for subtract. C stands for compare. And B stands for bring down. In this division problem, 84 divided by 4, we will use these steps to solve it. Now the first thing we need to do is draw the division house. This is the division house. Some people like to draw the division house like this. Anyone is okay. So the first number that you see here is 84. It will go inside your division house. The second number, which is 4, will go outside your division house. And the answer we will be writing on top of the division house. And this is called quotient. The answer to a division problem is called quotient. It goes outside the division house. The number which we are dividing by is called the divisor. And the number that is inside the house, it's called dividend. So now we are dividing 84 by 4. The first step of long division is divide. Now ask yourself, how many groups of 4 can you make out of 8? We know we can make 2 groups of 4 out of 8. So we will be writing 2 right on top of the digit 8. Now the next step is multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. Then we subtract. 8 take away 8 is 0. Now we compare. Is 0 less than 4? Yes, it is. Then we bring down the next available number, which is 4 in this case. So we bring the number down 4. And once we are done with all the steps, we will be repeating the steps until there are no numbers left. Okay, now again divide. How many groups of 4 can I make out of 4? 1 group. Now multiply. 4 times 1 is 4. Then subtract. 4 take away 4 is 0. Now compare. Is 0 less than 4? Yes, it is. And now bring down the next available number. We don't have any other available number. So we will end the division here. So our answer or the quotient is 21. Another problem that I would like to do with you is 478 divided by 5. Draw your division house. Write the first number inside the division house and the second number outside the division house, and your answer will go right on top of the division house. So the first step is divide. Think, how many groups of 5 can you make out of 4? Nothing. How about how many groups of 5 can you make out of 47 now? Or you can think like this, 5 times what will give you 47, or less than 47, never more. 47 or less than 47. We know 5 times 9 can give us 45, and that's the closest to 47, because if we move on to 10 groups, it will give me 50, because we know 5 times 10 is 50, and we don't want 50 because 50 is more than 47. So we need something 47 or less than 47. So we'll make 9 groups. So we write 9. Now multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. Then we subtract. 7 take away 5 is 2, and 4 take away 4 is nothing. Now we compare. Is 2 less than 5? Yes, it is. Now we can move on to the next step, which is bring down. Bring down the next available digit, which is 8. Now we have 28. Now repeat the steps all over again. How many groups of 5 can you make out of 28? Or you can ask, 5 times what will give you 28 or less than 28? We know 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. So we can't take this because 30 is more than 28. So obviously we have to take 5 groups, which is closest to 28. Okay, so we are making 5 groups. We are done with division. Now we multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. We already saw that. Then we move on to subtract. 8 take away 5 is 3. Now compare. Is 3 less than 5? Yes, it is. If it is less than 5, then all good. We can go to the next step, which is bring down the next digit. Do we have any other digit to bring down? No, nothing. So that means we stop here. So our quotient will be 95. The remainder is 3. The last one that I'm going to show now is 7,386 divided by 6. Now I'm taking a very big number here. So same process, division house, the first number goes inside, the second number, which is the divisor, comes outside, and your quotient goes on top. The first step to do long division is divide. Think this question to yourself. How many groups of 6 can you make out of 7? Easy, one group. Now that we're done with divide, we move on to multiply. 6 times 1 is 6. Then we subtract. 7 take away 6 is 1. Now we compare. Is 1 less than 6? Yes, it is. Now we can move on to the next step, which is bring down the next digit. And our next available digit is 3. Now that we are done with bringing down, we repeat the step, divide. So first we divide and ask ourselves, how many groups of 6 can we make out of 13? Or you can ask, 6 times what will give you 13 or less than 13? I know it should be 2. So we're going to write 2. Then we move on to multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract. 13 take away 12 is 1. Now compare. Is 1 less than 6? Yes, it is. Now we move on to the next step, which is bring down the next available number is 8. And then we repeat the steps all over again. How many groups of 6 can you make out of 18? 3. Now we multiply. 6 times 3 is 18, exactly 18. Now we subtract. 18 take away 18 is 0. Now compare, is 0 less than 6? Yes, it is. Now we move on to the next step, which is bring down the next available number, which is 6. Now repeat the steps all over again. Divide. How many groups of 6 can you make out of 6? 1. Now multiply. 6 times 1 is 6. Now subtract. 6 take away 6 is 0. Now compare, is 0 less than 6? Yes, it is. Now move on to the next step, which is bring down the next available number, and we don't have any other available number here. So we stop here. Our division is finished now. So our quotient is 1231 with no remainders. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you understood how to do long division now. No matter how long the number is or how long the division is, as long as you're following these steps, divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down, and then repeat the steps till you are left with no numbers to bring down. Just remember this acronym: does monkey smell completely bad? You will be all good to go. Thank you for watching.